Hello, good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being on the quest to demystify whether we need a set-top box in the future or not, or what's happening with TV. So I've been in this business now, since 2010, quite a few years. And when I started, everybody said, well, set-top box, do you still need that one? I got a cam card in my TV. So, well, we still needed a set-top box. Then in time, we come to smart TV, so well, why do we need a set-top box? So what we're trying to do today is a few things. Can we look at, do we still actually watch TV? Do we still need it? Or is everybody streaming it to a mobile device or a tablet or something? And if so, how do we get that content on the TV? And if you would need a set-top box, how does that look like? What options do you have? So, first point of call. Are we still watching TV? And yes, we are. Actually, the TV sales is stable. So, and what's also interesting is that when we watch TV, actually we still watch most live or recorded TV. 27% is VOD content. So, as you can see here, what we watch on that TV is actually live, is still more than about half of what we watch today. The other one is a subscription VOD mostly. And what that means is that when we watch TV or watch content, most of it happens on the large screen if it's for longer term. So short stuff happens on the mobile, on your tablet, but the binge watching still happens on the couch. And then we look at, okay, well, all this additional OTT apps, all that content, what's happening with that one? Obviously, we all know that's on the rise. But we also see is that the number of apps are actually increasing almost with the amount of offers that are there. So now we have more subscription VOD offers, but also a lot more apps. Okay. Then we look at what's happening with the TV world itself, right? Smart TV penetration, obviously on the rise, right? Every new TV today pretty much is a smart TV. But if you look at what's in the market today, it's still under 70%. And of those 70%, it's quite a division of what all that operating systems are. So it's not like you have one operating system now, you can actually have an app and run it on that TV. There's a plethora of options out there. So, a large park. So, in short, quick conclusion, right? The TV is still alive. People still want to watch TV on the big screen today. And in addition, there's mobile viewing for short view. OTT services are essential for the growing market. The number of OTT providers are also growing rapidly. And you can have also smart devices that now can actually display that content on the smart TV, but also maybe through a casting device. So then as an operator, right, what do you say? I'm going to get that content to that big screen. How do we do that? Smart TV, or bring your own device, or maybe we just cast it, right? We get a casting device and ask people to bring your own device. Yeah? Is that really going to replace the set-top box option today? Well, could be, right? It's just an app, right? We just launched an app, easy, quick, get the customer, just get a credit card. We got a new customer, we're in. But there's a little bit more to that, right? We've seen the number of platforms that are there, and needed to develop the apps on all those platforms and to retain that control. It's very costly, right? It's an expensive little exercise to do. We only have 70% of people who have a smart TV. So the other guys, they need to buy a casting device or something. So it's hard to reach your full audience. It's very easy to have an app, but it's also for everybody else, right? So once you have the customer, it's only a credit card away for the next customer. So to retain the customer is going to be a lot harder. So an app sounds perfect, but there are there's some angles to it. And you're not alone, right? Only Google TV, there are over 5,000 apps available today. So you need to fight your way between all that plethora of options. And then when it gets to being an operator, you really want to say, okay, well, who is owning that customer, right? Who is it, my customer, or whose is it? And if you look at the smart TV casting device, it's really easy to sign up, what we just discussed. It's quickly to have a customer. However, it's easy come, easy go, right? So easy to get them, easy to lose them. And there's very little personal engagement, right? Sometimes you just know a credit card number, you don't know who they are. It's very hard to build up that relationship also with their viewing data. And it's hard to differentiate because you're just a pipeline now to that customer. Now, The set-top box, one of the key things that if you have your set-top box, you can guarantee your service because you are the end gate towards the big screen. You can guarantee that people will watch your services and your content in your quality that you like, right? It's quite a difference from if you're using somebody else's device because you never know. Obviously, the security is better, you have the brand in the hand, and a lot of additional value because you have now a personal relationship with that end user. It's more expensive, right? A set-top box is not for free. Yeah, we are set-top box guys, so it's not for free, but up to late, it was not easy to get all the OTT content. So we'll go through that in a minute. So the question is, can you really please your customer and create that long-term relationship with that customer? Because at the end of the day, this is what you really want. So let's make a quick comparison, right? So what are our options? On one side, we got the smart TV and the casting devices, and on the other side, we got the set-top boxes. And the set-top boxes, you really have three flavors in the world nowadays. Used to be a bit more, right? We're going to focus on three. There's Google TV, which we all know, Android AOSP, and RDK, right? With our flavor of RDK, but you can pick any RDK solution. And I'm going to dig into this one a little bit later, because this is quite a big change in the world, what's happening today. And then we're going to look at, okay, what is important to everybody? We're going to compare content, so how much content can I get on that big screen, your UI, UX, your security, and your cost and control. And so we're going to rate them. And this is not an exact science, right? So you can come back to me later on, where our booth is right over there, and say, wait, I think that should be a 2, that should be a 3. But what we've done is, for all these different devices, we looked at, okay, realistically, how easy to get an app on that device, right? Let's say a premium app. Is that available on a smart TV? Well, it's a pretty good rating, right? 3 out of 4. Not all smart TVs can carry all the apps, so we'll give it 3 points. Google TV, very easy access to all the premium content, so we'll give it 4 points. So the more points you get, the better it is. And we compare this for the richness of the apps, the generous competition of apps, the user experience with your brand. And I think now if you use a smart TV, right, you don't have your brand in the hands. There's no boot up screen with your choice of stuff. So obviously the user experience with your brand is going to be a lot less if you have somebody else's device versus your own. Then if you compare, let's say RDK, where you can control everything, maximum score, Google TV, there are actually quite a bit of caveats what you can do, because you're selling Google services, right? Not your services. Interesting point. From a security point of view, the smart TVs, if you have your box, you can also upgrade it over DVB, which is obviously not possible for a smart TV. But nowadays, most of the devices are pretty secure. I guess AOSP, there is always an easy way to hack it from the side with an APK. And I must say also, even with Google TV, you can download a secure app that can then download illegal content. So, right, with an RDK solution, you have full control. Cost and control. If we look at the cost of the devices, obviously that is higher for a set-top box. But if we look at the control and device control and the monetization control, that's much better on a set-top box versus a smart TV or bring your own device. So, if we tally this all up, right, we put this in a nice little schedule, we're going to get a feeling about, if I'm an operator and I want to bring a solution to the market, I've got 5 options. I can go straight to the smart TV, but if you look at this overview, you really see like, there are some negatives around this which I maybe not have thought about. And then on the set-top box side, if you look at RDK, Google TV, and AOSP, RDK comes out really high, and I think one of the bad things or the negative things about RDK is that we don't talk about it enough. One of the reasons that we're here today to share a little bit of light in that in the spectrum. But Google TV obviously offers a lot of features and functions, but there are some negatives around it. Short intermediate conclusion one more time. We spoke about the bring your own and casting. It's quick and fast, but there are some negatives around it because only 70% has a smart TV today. And to bring a long-term relationship with that user, you need to have that control over the set-top box. And then when it comes to the box, really we need to look between RDK and Google TV. What are our options and what can we do? So, and then it comes to the most important part. What is the role of the operator? In the, what is it, in the 1930s, when we first had the first TV, we had a few channels, and then we had too many channels, so we got a set-top box, and then we had an EPG, so we now can control all the data. Then came the first app, and now we have a plethora of apps. So, what do we do now? The operator's role should be the super aggregator, right? The single point where we're going to look at what data is there, what content is there, and to choose it. That can be the role of the operator. The next thing is big data, right? It's the buzzword, because big data means learning to know your customer, learning what they like, and then the ability to monetize that customer. And that sounds almost negative, but really is to serve your customer better. And the interesting point is, how do I get that data and who owns that data? So we get to that second point, maybe last point in this comparison. I saw once this cartoon, and there were two pigs in a farm, and one pig said, "Hey, I got free housing here." And the other pig, he said, "You know what? I get 3 free meals a day." And below it says, if you're not paying, you are the product, right? And I think this is when we compare what's out there in the market today versus Google and RDK. We're not paying for Google because you are the product. They're using your data to sell their services. And that is, I think, the big essential difference between, if you have a set-top box choice today, what is the goal of that platform? And the goal of RDK, because it's built by operators for operators, it is to really serve the operators, right? To sell more services to the consumer and build and engage with the consumer. The goal of Google is to sell Google services, which is completely logical. But if as an operator you bring an Android or a Google product to your customer, you're really inviting them to sell their services, right? Because this is their goal. And they do this very nicely and they help you with a lot of apps, but you're bringing them into your customer's home. So this is also about customer data. Who owns it? Right? With RDK, it's yours, right? You can do whatever you want with it. Otherwise, with Google, you obviously need to share it. Then, if you want to do something special, RDK is a big community that can help you with technology and services, and you maintain and control that software version also on that box. It's yours. You maintain it. Google, you actually have to update it twice per year. And after 3 years, that period is gone, and then what happens? So you're a little bit, hopefully they will support you, right? And there's nobody at Google you can call, hey, no, you need to go to some service website and get it all sorted out. And they say it's, the App Store is only 2 clicks away, which is really handy if you want to have an app. But it also means your competitor is 2 clicks away, because they need to have 2 clicks away to be in that App Store. Obviously with RDK, you manage it the way you like, and you can offer the apps that you like. Pirated content, obviously with RDK is complete control, and we already spoke about the device management. So, at the end of the day, as an operator, you choose, right? You have options. You can go straight to the smart TV, you can go bring your own device, you can do Google TV, AOSP, RDK. We challenge you to consider RDK as an option, because we believe for this market, for this whole hole here, it's the best route forward to maintain control over our customers and our future. Thank you very much. We're just around the corner here, and we love to talk to you more about what we do. And if you want to challenge us on our vision and our view, please do. All right, thank you very much. Have a great day.